Okay. So I've got this Temur control deck that I stole from my friend in real life. He's a big Huntmaster guy. This deck isn't that crazy, but it's super fun. You play a ton of 2-for-1s where you play all your Archmage's Charms, you play all your expressive iterations, and then you are basically just grinding your opponent out with a ton of value, right? So it's just a big fat value pile with like playing the broken cards like Fury and like expressive iteration. That was a league that I dropped because I played really bad against Hammer and it tilted the fuck out of me. Also, how do I make it so I'm not so ugly? Who knows? I don't know. It's a pretty bad camera, I promise. It's a weird angle. And I can't move my camera else it breaks. And I need to shave. Whatever. Dun, dun, dun. I've got a big delay. This is kind of awkward. We kind of have to keep, though. I don't want to go down to 5. That's not really... And, like, our hand is so good if we draw a single land because iteration. And we have a lot of ways to stall, right? So... We're going to nuke this right now. Missing lines against Murktide is super bad. So, land, right? Hell yeah. I feel like my volume is really high, but... If they spell pierce this, then that means we get to resolve our iteration, so... That's fine. How loud am I? If they spell pierce this, then that means I'm a good volume. Okay. Alright, I'm playing so slow. Alright. Okay. I have to remember how to click on things. Oh, this sucks. We just let them have a Darcy here. This was a fine iteration. Like, honestly, best scenario is like finding a fetch land plus a lightning bolt, but that's pretty unlikely. I was also hoping to find like, I mean, just like a red card that was up here, I guess, because it's just kind of redundant. But if he connives away a land here, then we get a little bit of a 1-for-1. Let's see how it goes. And if he connives away a non-land, then he's conniving away a non-land. And if he doesn't, then we're just going to steal the Darcy, and then we're going to Fury the Ledger Shredder. So we're in a alright position. Oh, wait, we don't get a Fury, obviously, because this card is broken. I forgot. We'll still steal it, though. Just nuke that from orbit. I have to deal with this eventually, so I'm just going to deal with it like this. If he plays a Murktide, we have the Brazen Borrower, so the worst possible for us is for him to Murktide plus have Counterspell. But then there's not a lot we can do about that. And if we let him keep the Darcy, then we're in a worse position, right? If he plays the Murktide, then that's just a 1-for-1. Like, it's a 1-for-1 either way, basically. But now we got a 2-for-1 out of it. And we did mulligan on the play, so we're behind a couple cards here. Just a raw Murktide isn't too bad. We got the answer for it. 2 non-lands in my opponent's hand. I'll start with this. I don't really want more lands here. Is there a reason to hold this? Not really a reason not to. Opponent is just chilling here, which is alright for me. I'll just main phase this. I'm just going to opt for the Brazen Borrower instead. Especially because I really don't want to get this countered. Bolt to the Dome. I'm okay with that one. He wants to grow his Murktide is the reason he did that. I'm pretty sure. But I feel like with this Brazen Borrower in exile, it might have been better to just bolt this, unless he's got multiple red cards. But yeah, see, eating a counterspell there is really good for that Brazen Borrower. Another land is not so good. Rena 6 is not the greatest at this point in the game. I'll get back the Flooded Strand. Does let us bluff a counterspell. We have seen no counterspells. Did I even put counterspell in my deck? Yes, I'm not that dumb. It would be a 5/5 Murktide. We do have a lot of outs to the Murktide. We've got 4 Unholy Heats. We've got a bunch of like a Jace. That's not that many, but we've got a lot of card draw to get to that stuff. I'll do some deck thinning here. We got no. Maybe I should be getting islands. But I mean, if they play like okay. I mean, my opponent's missing land drops, but this is a classic, like, Mana Flood. I mean, I've drawn 2 lands off of my Ren. I'm going to chill and then ping it and then see what he does. He needs, what does he need in the graveyard? Like a sorcery, right? Or an artifact, so. That's the, like, okay, we've gotten cucked our last 2 draw steps. There's 1 fetchable land left in our deck, so. Opponent found the 4th land finally. There's not really a difference between 5 and, or between 8 and 7 anymore. Spell. Okay. If my opponent counterspells this, we're probably dead. Okay. So I can Fury plus Ren and 6 ping. But if he counterspells, we'd lose that. We can double bolt, but if he counterspells, we still lose out on that. So basically we need him to not have a counterspell, but it feels like he just has a counterspell that he's been holding. So I'm just going to play the Fury because we can't ever play all three of these. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, we needed to draw a relevant card for the last 12 draw steps. I think he has like 3 bolts left. 3 or 2, depending on how many he's playing in his deck. So I can like snap iteration, try to find an unholy for like a clean answer. Then he'll counterspell. He'll counterspell something. We have 4 red sources. I'm always playing this. Oh, we have an unholy heat in our graveyard. I forgot that we played that. So I'll just snap heat. But then he'll just counter that. He'll just counter the heat, and then we just have to double bolt anyway. Or he might just counter the snap. He'll probably just counter snap. And then we just double bolt this. I was getting so far ahead of myself. Okay. I mean, yeah. It's funny because our card that we put to the bottom was Huntmaster of the Fells on our mulligan, so that would have been really good there. But unfortunately, we had to mulligan, so that was fun. I love mulliganing on the play. It's a fun mechanic. We want our hearses. We want our runabouts. Subtlety is pretty good. Flusterstorm is pretty good. Brazen Borrower is good. Dresstown is pretty bad in this matchup. Fury is like okay. What else do I even trim? Like, this is a hard deck to sideboard with. I feel like I want Jace. I feel like I want Huntmaster. Like, I want all my 2-for-1s. I think I might just get rid of the Furies. I want all the burn spells. Shave out Huntmaster. Huntmaster is just gonna be like our main finisher here, I feel. We can trim one though against like counterspell. Like cool, I guess, right? I don't know. I guess we'll mulligan again. We'll play it, opponent. Fun match though. We just want to draw more lands, hit more land drops. Or we want to draw stuff like Iteration or Charm here. Charm would be a great draw, Iteration would be a great draw. Or land would be a good draw. They have a Spell Pierce in their hand. Just keep chilling. I'm just gonna untap. Go to my turn. These pesky Darcys out of my face. We are just one for winning though, so eventually we have to draw a card that gets us out of the hole. Because we're like -2 here. We do have 2 really high quality cards though in our hand, which is good. I'm gonna go get an island because I can. Do I want to just jam this? I think I'm going to save this one more turn. Until I don't have anything that I can do, right? Because, right, my opponent will just, like, counterspell it. Even if they spell pierce it, it's pretty awkward. This is annoying, but I have to let this resolve. Now we're -3. I have to counterspell this. I can't let them get this kind of selection, I guess. And then if they counterspell it back, oh, yeah, they're just holding up their own counterspell. This is the equity we gain from pretending like we have Murktide in our deck. Interesting. So let me see an extra card, I guess. Get me closer to a red card. Okay. Nice. Ragaman hits me. Surely me putting Snapcaster Mage on the bottom of my deck had nothing to do with this, right? There's no way that our mulligan negatively affect this game as well, and us being down a card was really important. That's crazy. But well played to my opponent here. Definitely just outmaneuvered me. That shouldn't matter that much. It's probably better for me if he casts it because he has less mana, but... I mean, we have Snapcaster in our deck, so it's pretty annoying. I hope we draw it this turn, to be honest. Okay, he's doing it weird timing, but... Oh, I should have played this first. Oh, and then Magic Online crashes. Fun. That was awesome. They'll just counterspell this, so we just have to be like, okay, right? Dude, Magic Online makes my computer shit the bed. Like... Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. You know? Okay, that just worked. We're just gonna lose to the Murktide though. But I mean, we can't not lose to the Murktide. Well, I guess we have the Ottawara, but like he's just gonna play it twice, so. We're like minus like 6 cards at this point, by the way. Wow, this Ragavan card is good. Yeah, we're going to consider, and then we're going to Flusterstorm, and then they're just going to play another red card. I need to find like a land, I think. I don't think this does anything. I guess I could have just kept the Huntmaster and then just hope my opponent had no additional red card. That was probably the play, because this is probably not a winning line. Because like the odds, but the odds are so high, right? Just, oh, maybe it wasn't even worth Flusterstorming to begin with. Is just what my thought process should have been. Like, I should have just kept up the mana. Yeah, that was a bad play. I should have just let it die. I should have just held up the mana. Because I knew, like, and then, I could have just drawn the thing. But my opponent's drawn, 600 cards. This game doesn't fucking matter. None of my choices matter. So I don't know why I'm sitting here pretending like it matters. Right? We're playing a blue-red mirror match. And my opponent's resolved 2 expressive iterations and an Archmage's Charm to draw. Like, it just doesn't matter. Right? I'm mulligan on the board. Like, I'm just down too many cards. Like, that's just how this kind of matchup works. Right? There's nothing else I can do. So I don't know what I'm like, the schizophrenia I'm talking about. Like, how I could have played that turn better. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My opponent has 7 cards in their hand. So, yeah. It's okay. But, and all that is only because I had to mulligan and put a card that would have dealt with the Ragavan on the bottom. That's the only reason this happened. So, that's cool, I guess. Really good metagame, though, right? Right? Like, these blue-red, like, the blue-red decks are just so boring to play. And then I have to play this control deck, and I just have